ruling over these animals. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him, male and female. He created them. This breaks and cuts and puts an actual yoke into the sexuality thing, because it says God created man in his own image. The man is the actual image of the spirit. You can have a Doberman picture, and you can have a Maltese, you can have a Shih Tzu, you can have a poodle. All these are the image of a dog. So the image, there's only two type of man, which is male and female. That's the spirit of man. So when God calls you to speak the word of God, God calls you to do his assignment, God calls you to do whatever he calls your spirit. He doesn't call your body, because your body is dirt. Ouch, that hurt. So now that he's calling the spirit, because you remember he's not calling the person, because chapter 1, there is no body made yet. This is the spirit he's talking to. Chapter 2, the body is made. God is saying it's to the spirit of man, male and female, the spirit part of the body. God blesses them and he says, be fruitful, 1, multiply, 2, fill the earth, that's the word replenish. Then he tells him subdue, that's 4. And then remember, say have rule over the fish, that's the dominion part, that's 5. Over the sea, over the birds of the sky, and over every living thing that moves on earth. This is breaking down responsibility. He just told man to subdue, which means overcome. So if I'm giving you dominion, I want you to control something. Subdue it means that when you control it, you put order with it. Then I want you to be fruitful, which means I want you to produce within that thing. And then I want you to make multiples of it, multiply. And then if it comes low, I want you to be able to replenish. So the area of responsibility that God has actually given us, I'm going back to the Bible so we can see this. Because behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the surface of all the earth, and every tree which has fruit yielding seed, it shall be food for you. In other words, I give you enough seed that you can continue to make things go forward. And since I'm continuing to give you enough seed to make things go forward, your responsibility is to make this thing keep going. So your responsibility and your accountability are two different things. You're accountable to God because he's the one that gave it to you. Your responsibility is to manage what God gave you. A lot of people want to be responsible, but they don't want to be managed. In other words, they don't want to have someone over them, so they don't want to have the accountability. So if I'm not accountable to somebody, whatever I'm responsible over, I can do what I want to it because I have nobody I'm accounted to. So if nobody's over my head, I'm accounted to nobody, I'm not going to be good at what I have responsibility over, because there's no one worrying about what happens with this, because people don't care what you expect, they do what you inspect. So if there's nobody to inspect what you're doing, that means that there's nobody there to say this is right or this is wrong, give you a pat on your back, say good or not. You're not going to do it. But if you're doing it unto the Lord, the accountability part, you're going to have more in it. So first,